I'm very much looking forward to our next guest. Yesterday, when we put out the lineup, a lot of names. Initially, I think there were 11 fighters, ended up being 13. 98%, I would say. I didn't actually count them all, but it seemed like the vast majority of the replies, the comments about the show were about our next guest. His name is Ariel Chalmers. As I said at the top of the show, if you live here in North America, if you're watching us in North America, there is a chance that you may not have heard of Ariel Chalmers. If you live in Europe, and specifically in the UK, there is a very, very, very good chance that you have heard of Ariel Chalmers. Ariel Chalmers is a reality TV star. He is a part of a show called Geordie Shore. Now, again, you may not have heard of that show here in the United States, but I'm quite certain that you've heard of the show Jersey Shore. That is sort of a spin-off, if you will, of Jersey Shore. It takes place, as you may know, they call people from Newcastle Jordis, and the show is also on MTV, and it's very popular. It's still actually going on. The Jersey Shore show, which I think is coming back, sort of died and fizzled out, but this show is still going on and still thriving. Well, what does this mean for our program? Back in May, Ariel Chalmers, who they have nicknamed the Joker, who's one of the stars of this show on MTV in Europe, made his MMA debut for Bama. And it went quite well. He won via submission in a little over 2 minutes' time. Then he followed that up with a win in September, and that one lasted just 30 seconds. On Friday, in Newcastle, Bama 33, he won in just 43 seconds via knockout. Now, he is polarizing in the sense that a lot of people think, oh, he's not fighting top competition. Oh, he doesn't deserve this shine. He doesn't deserve the spotlight, all that, and then some. And I've heard that from a lot of these critics, including some active UK-based fighters who seem to be upset that he's on the program. I think it's a fascinating story. I say more power to him, and he's certainly getting a lot of attention. Just Google his name. You'll see that mainstream media in Europe is covering his budding MMA career. So without further ado, let us go back to the Skype machine and welcome in the Joker. There he is, Ariel Chalmers. Ariel, how are you?
I'm good. How's things?
Things are great. Wow. This is an interesting story. You are an interesting guy, my man. We received a lot of feedback for having you on the program. People are very upset. And so let me first start here. You're 3-0. You're doing well. You just won. Congratulations. At what point do you think people will start to accept you as just an MMA fighter? Do you think that will ever come, or is this just part of the territory considering how you got to this point, being on the show?
I don't think I'm ever going to be accepted fully as an MMA fighter by certain people. But I'm not in here to please everyone. I'm in here to please myself, in this game to please myself, and that's exactly what I'm doing. If that means upsetting a few people along the way, then so be it. Because if I'm not on the show, it's either them or me. So obviously, I'm going to pick me.
Why do you think so many people have a problem with a guy who's just going out there and pursuing a dream, fighting, winning fights? Why do you think this has bothered so many fans and fellow fighters?
I really don't know. I just think it boils down to no one wants people to do well. That's all I can boil it down to. And as far as I'm concerned, if people concentrate on their own career as much as they did mine, then maybe they would start fighting on Bama or all these big shows, because they seem to be paying a lot of attention to my career, but not their own. Like, I don't really, all I do, I just train and I get in there and I fight what's in front of us. But I seem to be getting a lot of hate because of, obviously, I come from a reality TV show, which obviously give us the step. Like, the reason I'm on Bama is because of Geordie Shore. Obviously, I didn't start in the amateur ranks. I didn't go through that. I jumped straight into the deep end. But any up and coming fighter, any wannabe fighter that got offered that Bama contract, every one of them would take it. So I don't see why I'm getting so much stick for taking that chance.
When did you first start thinking about pursuing a career in MMA? How long ago was it?
It was I've done a bit of Muay Thai in my late teens, and I always promised myself I was like, I want to have, I've always been in MMA. I was like, I want to fight before I'm 30. So about 2 years ago, I was sitting on a beach with my agent, and I was like, look, I really want to fight. And so we're chatting about it, and he was like, well, let's get the ball rolling. So I wasn't meant to fight on Bama. I was meant to fight on a Northeast show in Newcastle, called Made for the Cage, which is a Northeast organisation in England. The first one got cancelled. Then the second one I was meant to fight on, I couldn't do because of filming commitments. In the midst of all that, Bama got wind of me training, asked us to come for a meeting, and then it just went from there. So it's not as if I just started training and got straight on Bama. I was supposed to fight on a different show, but it just never went through. And then obviously Bama come in with the offer, and like I said, why would I say no? It doesn't make any sense.
Did people close to you, whether it's your agent, your family, your friends, perhaps MTV, the show, did they try to convince you to not do this? Like, hey, you're doing well, you're successful, you're famous. Why go in a cage and get punched in the face? Were you getting some heat for this, or were most people supportive?
Do you know the thing is with me, like no one, like no matter what I choose, like once I get something in my head, like that's it. No one can tell us otherwise. So once I said I was going to fight, no matter what anyone said, it wouldn't have changed that. So my family and friends are always supportive. So whatever I put my mind to, they support us 100%. And I think as well, because I think people thought I was going to have one fight, lose, and never come back. I don't think, obviously, because a lot of people are talking about, like, obviously we're on the biggest news in Australia, we're in papers in Spain, all over Europe, we're getting mentioned everywhere for the last couple of months. And I don't think it's going down too well with everyone, but the way you can look at it is it's bringing a lot more eyes to MMA, so it's too easy to look at it.
Is this going better, and is this lasting longer than you expected as well? Initially, did you think this would only last one fight, win or lose?
I'm going to be honest. After the first fight, I was thinking, what am I doing? Like, why am I going in there and putting myself through that? Like when someone wants to rip me, like someone literally wanted to rip me head off. And I was like, what am I doing? I could just go back on the reality show and just drink for a living.
Yeah.
But obviously, when I started seeing myself progress in training, like I've only been training properly for 9 months. It's not a long time. Like I've had 3 fights in 9 months. I'm still very, very new to it, and I'm not out there. I'm not asking for title fights. I'm not pushing up the ladder. So I don't see why there's such a big problem. I'm just enjoying myself, learning along the way, and loving every minute of it.
Are you surprising yourself as far as how these fights are going? I mean, they're not lasting, more than 2 minutes. You knocked a guy out cold this past Friday.
I thought Friday was going to go right into the second and third round. He caught us with a big left hook early on, and I was thinking, can't be taking many more of them. So obviously, people are like, oh, it's not going very long. But like I said in there, you don't get paid overtime. If I see someone hurt, I'm not going to stop and be like, oh, we need to go to the second. As soon as I see him hurt, I'm going to jump all over him and finish the fight. That's how it is. I'm not going to hit him and stop and think, yeah, let him regroup and we'll just take it to the second round. If I see him hurt, I'm going straight in for the kill. That's just how it is.
So the main criticism that I seem to find is that people aren't so much upset at you, but they seem to be mad at who you're being matched up against. For example, the gentleman who you fought on Friday, Carl Donaldson, 0-1 as an amateur going into this fight. Yeah. But I've seen some people say, and I have no way of verifying this, I tried, that he's a quote-unquote white-collar boxer, that he's like 3-84 as an amateur boxer. Is this accurate? Is he that bad of a fighter? Or was he that bad of a fighter going into the fight?
I'll be honest, I don't match, like, everyone's like, oh, like, they're going at me like I picked the fight. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't have a say. I can't say pick him or not, no, just whoever they put in front. But, you know, like, before, because I had a dropout, so that's why that call stepped in. Apparently he's a 12-year boxer, that's all I know. The kid who was supposed to fight was 5-1. But later on in the thing, he was like, I want to fight at 70. But obviously, I'm like, I was like, when I'm 77, he was like, well, if I don't fight at 70, I'm not fighting anymore. So he pulled out, Carl stepped in. Like I say, I can only fight what's in front of us. And then even now, after the fight, I called out Baby Slice because that's a fight that makes sense. And everyone's like, he'll smash it all over. So I can't win. I'm calling out people who obviously they say he's going to beat us, and then I still get stick. So
yeah,
no matter what I do, it's never going to be good enough. So I just got to take. You know what it is. I just take it on the chin. I actually find it quite amusing. Like, I'm quite thick-skinned. Nothing really bothers us. So yeah, I've called out Baby Slice. So no doubt if that fight comes off, I'll be in for a whole load of abuses again. And if I win that, God knows what will be said after. So, like I say, I can't win.
We'll get to Baby Slice in a second, but I find the criticism to be befuddling because, again, as you're saying, you're not picking the matchups, and you don't seem to be making a mockery of the sport in the sense that you're going out and getting arrested or doing things that are disrespectful towards the sport. So it just, I have to say, like, it just seems like jealousy. It seems like people are upset that you're getting this attention, that you're getting this shine, that Bama is pushing you, that you're selling tickets, and they're not. That's all it really comes down to that, to me, from my perspective over here on this side of the pond. Do you feel like that's what it is? Like, here are guys who maybe have been fighting for quite some time, who aren't getting the attention, who may be deserving of the attention as far as their skills are concerned, but they don't necessarily move that needle. Do you feel like that's the case, that they're just jealous of you?
Do you know, I don't really like to say people are jealous of us. I'm everyone that meets us, like, I'm just a normal lad that's obviously took a chance that's been given, like any of these fighters would. Yes, I kind of jumped the ladder by getting on Bama, but again, it's not my fault. The offer is the contract. Why on earth would I say no if I wanted to fight? It's a huge door. But this is the way you could look at it. You've got two people that are fighters. One sells 100 tickets. One sells 2,000 tickets. You own the business. Who are you going to pick? I'm not asking for a title shot. I'm just fighting on the show and doing what I enjoy. You know what I mean? That's the way you can look at it. But yeah, a lot of people say it comes out of jealousy, and obviously there's so many skillful fighters in the UK that should be on the show over me, but they're not. Like that, and that's it. Like, there's hundreds of fighters in the UK that are more skilled than me. Hundreds, and I openly admit that. But they haven't really got the pull on the social media side or the press side as I have.
Right.
So that's Bama. Thing is, it works. Bama, I use Bama as much as Bama use me. I get a fight on Bama because that's what I want to do. Bama reap the rewards of all the press that comes with it, if that makes sense.
Sure. How many fights left on your contract with Bama?
Well, after every fight, every fight they renew it.
Wow, it's a one-fight deal.
It's good. No, it was 3-fight deal at first. Then 3 got scrapped after the first fight to 5. Then after, so first fight was 3. Then after the second fight, they give us a new 5-fight contract. And then after the fight on Friday, the spoken agent says we need to sit down again. So God knows how many I'm going to get tied into. But like I say, it's one of them things. As long as I'm enjoying it, then I'm going to keep doing it.
Right. But you
win. I think people think if I lose, then that's it. I'm going to disappear. But win, lose or draw, like it doesn't bother me. I'm in this purely for the experience. Win, lose or draw, I'll always be coming back.
So you called out Baby Slice. He's on the Bellator roster. How could this happen?
I called out Baby Slice because I'll be honest. Baby Slice, to me, it's a good fight, but it's a big payday fight. Obviously, I'm 30, and I can openly admit I'm never going to be a world champion. So why don't I chase them bigger paydays? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's a. Is he Baby Slice 2-1?
Yeah.
I think he's 2-1. I'm 3-0. Both. I think we're both quite early in my career without an amateur record. He's quite a big name on Bellator and well known in America. Obviously well known all over Europe because of the Geordie Shore and BAMMA.
Mm-hmm.
BAMMA Bellator do joint events.
Okay.
So it kind of makes sense.
Do you think it's going to happen?
Yeah, I think it could. I think it could happen. Yeah,
Wow.
90% sure it could happen.
Wow. How soon?
Thing is, if you don't ask, you don't get. So
Yeah, that's true.
rather than beat around the bush, like that's who I wanted to fight. So that's who I called out, and I knew when I called him out, I was going to get stick. So well, hopefully middle of next year, later in the year, we can get that ball rolling.
Does that fight have to be in Newcastle to be truly successful, or do you think anywhere in England is all good?
Nah, yeah, anywhere. I think anywhere.
Wow.
Maybe London. Because Bellator pulled big crowds anyway, and obviously Baby Slice pulls big crowds because he's well known as well.
Sure.
So yeah, that's that's the fight I've asked for.
You tweeted a picture of you with a stack of money and kind of talking on the phone, and that seemed to have pissed some people off as well. So you don't have a problem stirring the pot, right?
Do you know what it is? If I'm going to get cold names, I may as well play along to it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If they're gonna say I'm this and that, I may as well play up to what I'm being called. So the picture. Yeah, the picture was we're just having a little laugh around after the fight. Had a few drinks and we're posted.
How much did you get paid for that fight on Friday?
Oh, I can't be discussing that. A lot of money.
Why is it so secretive?
But the thing, do you know what it is? What like obviously people don't understand this though. My agent literally he puts like all the promotion and stuff together, like ticket sales, and I think we've done something like me alone for Friday night's fight. I think we've done over 2,500 tickets, which is not bad.
Wow, yeah.
But 2,500 people to put that bums in the seats that's a lot. That's a lot of people to put in. Do you know what I mean? So, like we'll work hard on all sides of it to try and obviously make money and like get sponsors and just do the best we can while it's here.
And so, are you still on the Geordie Shore?
Yeah. Obviously, we haven't filmed we filmed a while ago, but I was only in there for a week. So, obviously, at the minute, it's been working because I can balance it too. Because I haven't been filming and then I've been in fight camp, so it's it's working. But I think obviously I've got a girlfriend. And stuff now, and I'm more settled down. So. I think, like, obviously, and I'm 30, I think the show is coming to an end for me.
Oh.
So,
because of MMA?
I've been on there 4 years. Sorry?
Because of MMA?
Not just because of MMA, just like I say, obviously, the show's known for going out getting drunk. And obviously, if you see in Jersey Shore, like pulling girls and stuff. But obviously, now I've got a girlfriend. She's got a young daughter who obviously looks up to me as like a father figure. So obviously I have to make the right decisions for her and myself and her daughter. So I don't think it's good to be going on there getting drunk when I've got a girlfriend with a young daughter at home.
Yeah. By the way, who is your girlfriend? Because I see all these articles about who you're dating. You've dated almost everyone on the reality TV show scene, it seems like, in England. What's her name? Can I get her name? Is that possible?
Yeah, she's called Talia Oatway. She's not in the reality TV scene. She's just a normal girl.
Oh wow, was she at the fight on Friday?
Yeah. She's literally in camp. She cooks us all my food. She's one of my biggest supports. Like she's there for us, all like through thick and thin, and she helps us so much when it comes to camps.
And are you surprised because Jersey Shore is no longer on television here in the United States? Why has Geordie Shore enjoyed such a long run in the UK?
Do you know what it is? I think it's just because it's more like a young thing, like 15, 16, 17. But it's not even just the UK. Like we're on in like over 80 countries.
Oh wow,
we're massive. We're huge. were huge in Brazil, Australia, New Zealand. Like, you walk down the street in Australia and you're getting mobbed. Like, it's crazy. Like,
Wow.
do you know what I mean? Like, you walk down the street in Italy, and it's like, it's just madness. I'm just thinking, why are you going so crazy? Like, all I do is get drunk on television. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's madness. Do you know what I mean? It's actually madness.
And prior to this, you were working at an oil rig, right?
Yeah, I was a scaffolder on oil rigs for I was a scaffolder for 10 years, but I was an oil rig worker for 5 years.
And how did you get on the show?
That's what I'm saying. People think my friend was on it, and they just asked, because obviously they didn't have anyone that had any tattoos and stuff, so they said they were looking for someone with a different look.
Wow.
And then there I was.
Amazing. The tattoos did it. How many do you have?
I've been quite lucky. I've got everywhere apart from my right leg done. Everywhere's covered.
Why not on the right leg, by the way?
It gets started at the end of December. That's my last bit of skin. So I've been waiting for the right artist. So eventually I found one, and we're starting at the end of December.
Okay. I cut you off earlier. What did you want to say there when I was asking you about how you got on the show? Do you remember or no?
Oh, I just said I was lucky. Like, I've been quite lucky. Like, I just had one interview, and they're like, yeah, we want you on the show. So I was been really lucky, to be fair. Okay.
The fight I really want to see is you versus The Situation. I feel like that's the fight.
I mean, he looks quite big on telly, don't you think?
Yeah, I feel like you could take him.
Yeah, I think I could.
He's all show, no go. You know, he's just got the muscles, but he doesn't really have the technique like you have.
Yeah, he's got the guns, but they can't help you.
Have you ever met him?
I mean, you may look intimidating. I haven't.
Wow.
I've never met any of the ones from America, to be fair.
Oh, really? How many spin-offs are there, by the way?
I think, oh, not Jersey Shore, not doing it, just filming again now.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Show.
Yeah, they're coming back.
We've got some rivalry. No, what did you say? How many?
How many spin-offs are there? Do you know?
Of Geordie?
No, of Jersey. Well, Jersey was the first. How many different versions? I didn't even know there was one in the UK until I found out about you.
Oh, there's Jersey Shore, Geordie Shore. There's Warsaw Shore, which is Poland. There's Super Shore. That's like Spain. There's that's a few different countries, like Italy, Spain, something else. And there's Acapulco Shore. Or something.
Oh yeah, wow, that is hilarious. That is unbelievable. And why do they call people from Newcastle Jordis?
That's just where we're from, Newcastle. I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, I don't even know.
Oh wow.
That's just what we're called.
I know, but where does that come from?
People from. I'm gonna have to Google it when I put this photo down.
I feel like that would have come up at some point, but I guess not.
I don't know. It's like obviously in London, in England, like people from down south are called Cockneys.
Yeah,
it's weird. Like I don't know, mate. I really like you put us on the spot there, and I really don't know.
And just so I have it clear, X on the beach no longer. You're no longer a part of that, right?
That was just one series.
That's when the ex-girlfriend comes to the beach and confronts you.
That is when you have the biggest nightmare you will ever have.
But how do they pick? You have so many ex-girlfriends. How do they pick one to come? Or do they all come in a line?
Nah, they just pick the most psychopathic one.
Okay.
and drop her in. And it just literally caused mayhem.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not something I would be looking to do again because it was an absolute nightmare.
Okay.
Like, I thought I could handle it, but seeing that ex-lunatic girlfriend walk out the water it makes your heart stop a little bit.
And before I let you go, favorite MMA fighter of all time. Who's your favorite MMA fighter?
Favorite MMA fighter of all time is Anderson Silva.
Wow. Okay. And so you've been watching the sport for quite some time. You grew up a fan?
Yeah. Back when Anderson Silva used to do Muay Thai, I thought he was just, the striking level of him was just unbelievable. Like back in the day when he was in, obviously when he first started his first UFC fight against Chris Lieben, where he demolished him. I just think for someone to be around for so long at that level is just unbelievable.
Wow. And have your thoughts on him changed because of some of the PED stuff?
Nah. Like, because obviously, what he's not the most. He's not got most title defenses ever of his belt.
Well, Demetrius Johnson just beat him.
Yeah, but to be at that level for so long, obviously he's getting a bit older now, Anderson, isn't he? So, but at that, no one at that time would no middleweight would ever compete.
Okay, and the team that you train with, what's the team name?
UTC
okay.
Ultimate Training Center in Birmingham.
You're happy there? So you're not looking to move or come to the States or anything like that?
No, I'm quite happy there. Obviously, I would like to come over to the States to do some wrestling, aka or somewhere along those lines.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I would love to come over. We've been looking at it for early next year to come over and get some wrestling done. Just really trying to gain as much experience as possible. But yeah, the States is definitely on the list next year.
Well, Aaron, I must say, I don't get the hate, my man. I really don't. You're doing your thing. You're respectful. You seem to be humble. You're saying all the right things. You're asking for a step up in competition. I don't understand why people are getting mad at you. If anything, get mad at Bama for giving you the competition that you're getting. But also, you're 0-1. You're 0-0. You're 1-0. You're 2-0. What do they expect? You to fight 10-0 guys? I mean, you got to start small. Go look at some boxing. Look at Mike Tyson's early record. Like you got to start small. So I don't understand it. I don't think you have. You're deserving of this hate, and I'm gonna back you, my man.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people, a few people that were saying stuff about oh, he's fighting this and fighting that. We went back. Some of the lads that were saying it, we went back to their records when they were 1 and 2 fights, and they were fighting people with no amateur experience, 0-0.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter because, for instance, right, I could fight a 10-0 man and beat him, and it'd be like it's a fix.
Sure.
I can't win no matter what. I can't win ever. So, like I say, let everyone say whatever they want. Like I don't go out there. I don't get into Twitter rows or online rows. Just I let people have this say. Literally doesn't affect us, and I just go about my business and do what I'm doing and enjoying it. And if that's upsetting people, then so be it. But I think people just need to concentrate on their own career and get on with it. But I think I did step into the game. And part and parcel of stepping into it was going to be hatred or getting grief, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But it doesn't really affect us, doesn't faze us. I find it quite amusing. Hence the money picture, because people were getting annoyed, so I just obviously thought we would annoy them a little bit more, and it works. So,
it certainly does.
But like I say, I'm not like that. Like the money picture wasn't from the fight. Obviously, the money picture, we just got the money out just to take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just to, like I say, but it was only a joke. But some people take it really to heart.
Yeah, you were taking the piss.
If you're gonna give us grief, like fucking hell. Obviously, I'm gonna obviously have a bit of a laugh with you about it. But the picture didn't go down too well either. So, but it's all fun and games. I'm not harming anyone.
Keep doing your thing, Aaron. Continued success. Congratulations on your early success. And I hope you get that fight against Baby Slice. That would be quite the scene, I think, overseas. So thank you very much for the time here today. And again, congratulations on now being 3-0 in your MMA career.